Sokoto state government lifts curfew and bans processions. Kano state government lays foundation for construction of 500 houses to reduce housing deficit in the state. Correspondent reports on World Bee Day. And on the foreign scene, the International Monetary Fund extends Somalia funding to August following the election.
This is Freedom Global News.
Good evening, listen to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. I am Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Today is the 20th of May 2022, which is equivalent to the 19th of Shawwal 1443 after Hijri. And now the news in full. Sokoto State Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal has lifted the curfew imposed on Sokoto metropolis with immediate effect. He explained that the decision was taken after due consultation with relevant security agencies and stakeholders. The governor, however, urged the general public to be law-abiding and remain peaceful at all times. He stressed the need for peaceful coexistence amongst the people in the state. He further banned all forms of processions in the state until further notice. Governor Tambuwal thanked people in the state for their understanding in complying with the curfew. The governor had imposed a 24-hour curfew after a violent protest which led to the death of one person in the state. The protesters were demanding the release of the two suspects arrested in connection to the murder of an accused of blasphemy. Kano State Governor Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje has laid the foundation for the construction of 500 houses at Rafum, Malan and Yola in Ngoko local government area of the state. The governor, who was represented by his deputy, Dr. Nasiru Yusuf Gawuna, said the governor commended the federal government for the initiative, which he said would assist in reducing the housing deficit in the state. This was contained in a statement issued today by the Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Governor of the state, Hassan Musa Fagi. He said the 500 houses are the first phase of the 3,500 of the housing units to be constructed in the teacher reserve area, which consists of basic amenities such as electricity supply, water and roads as part of the efforts of his administration to provide affordable houses to its citizens. Meanwhile, the Chief of Air Staff of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Air Marshal Isiaka Oladayo Amao, said they will not relent in their effort to ensure the security situation in the country is back to normal. He made the statement today when he paid a visit to the Kano State Governor at the State Government House while in Kano in celebration of the 58th anniversary of the Nigerian Air Force.
I was privileged to be with the Excellency where he was giving us the model used to achieve the peace in the country. And at any forum, I've always also prescribed that model for other people that have problems in their state. So we appreciate you and commend your effort in the security architecture of the state. Again, I want to also thank His Excellency and the good people of Kano State for being a good host to us, the Air Force.
While delivering his speech, the governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, appreciated them for choosing Kano State to hold the 58th anniversary of the Nigerian Air Force, where he said Kano State will provide all the facilities they requested.
Those who are selling food, transportation, so many things that are intertwined to improve the socio-economic development of the state when we have an occasion. But we are not surprised because Kano is a home of Air Force in Nigeria, maybe even in Africa, where aircraft landed. And we have chosen Kano to be the venue of your celebration. We have to thank you because your command has contributed and is contributing immensely.
Correspondent Zara Unasir reports that the Chief of Air Staff also appreciated the governor for the warm reception. And on the sporting arena, Nigeria and Benin Republic have qualified for the 17th Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations, Egypt 2023. The teams will slug it out today to determine which of the two teams is the best Under-20 squad in the West African Football Union B zone. Correspondent Zarzana has details of this and other sports updates.
Nigeria and Benin Republic emerged winners of their pool in the group phase above second place Cote d'Ivoire and then defeated Burkina Faso, second place team in Group B, 2-1 in the first semi-finals match on Wednesday. Today's encounter will confer bragging rights on the winning side and immense confidence going into next year's Continental Finals, where coach Ledan Bosso said on Thursday that his boys are ready to go all out for the trophy. Meanwhile, Rangers Nigerian stars Calvin Bassey and Joe Arribos were rated the best players on the pitch during Wednesday's Europa League final versus Eintracht Frankfurt in Seville. The Germans ended their 42-year European trophy loss on the night, winning 5-4 on penalties after a grueling 120 minutes of football ended 1-1. Calvin Bassey was the best player on the pitch with 8 points, while his Super Eagles teammate Arribo and goalkeeper Alan McGregor, who also performed brilliantly, were rated 7.5. Bassey and Arribo 8 points each, with John Lundstrom, Glenn Kamara and Steve Davis all achieving a match rating of 7 points, while McGregor had 6 points. The duo's performances and ratings also had them nominated for the UEFA Europa League Player of the Week award alongside Frankfurt's Trapp and Borg. And in tennis, Nigeria's top seed Mary Love Edwards will engage champion Oyinlomo Quadri in a potentially explosive semi-final clash in the women's single event of the ongoing 44th Central Bank of Nigeria Senior Tennis Championship at the Moshood Akiola National Stadium in Abuja today. Edwards saw Samuel Blessing 6-3, 6-1 in the quarterfinals to set up the last full clash versus Quadri, who dispatched Rebecca Ekpiong 6-0, 6-0. And British Emma Raducanu takes another notable step in her blooming career when she makes her senior French Open debut. The British number 1 will be seeded 12th in a women's singles draw headed by Poland's Iga Swiatek. Zarazanda, Freedom Radio.
The global news is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradio.nig.com.
Freedom, 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 freedom.
FM. World Bee Day is observed annually on 20th May across the globe. The day is marked to raise awareness about the essential roles bees play in supporting people and the environment. Safaratu Jana Adam takes a look at the importance of the day and files in this report.
This day is decided to awareness about people, an essential role bees play in supporting people and the environment and human body and how it can be developed globally. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, bees play an important role in supporting people in the environment as well as providing economic growth. Bees are known to be one of the hardworking creatures on the planet and immensely benefit the people and natural ecosystem around them. They carry plant grains from one flower to another and help in the production of fruits, nuts, and seed, contributing significantly to food security and nutrition. However, most countries focus on honey products to boost their economies and provide better food security in their region. But in Nigeria, this is not the case. What is comes to production, poor quality honey is produced in an unsanitary environment. Some honey producers here in Kano say that the main challenges they face is neglect of the government.
People tend to patronize you if your bee is not adulterated. Bee has a nutritional value because I use it to prevent illness.
Yes, there is the problem of not getting funding from the government, which hinders our activities.
A registered nutritionist and chairman Institute for Dietitians in Nigeria, Kano chapter, Awal Musa Umar, explained the importance of honey of the human body.
As we know, bee is an important product which is normally produced in the tropical country, and its production is usually taking place where there are a lot of trees such as Baccarat, Lactonia, and of course it normally produced during its reproduction stage. That's when it is developing flowers. And the productivity of the bee honey also depends on the availability of water body around the area where the beehive will be located. And definitely our local bee prefers preserve our local tree species.
Dr. Muniri Awale, an agriculture lecturer at the Kano State University of Science and Technology, Wudil, if farmers were to focus on producing quality honey in the country, it will help create jobs and boost the country.
It's very important medicinally because it can be used in making local medicine. It can also be used in making pharmaceutical medicine, that is modern medicine, and also is very important nutritionally, serve as raw materials to most of our soft drink and pop industries, which can be processed to make very high quality and it can be sold at a high firewood and other uses. Definitely greatly reduce the quantity and the quality of the beer that can be produced in its area. Apart from that, environmental pollution, that maybe smoking, emission of smokes, definitely this also reduce the productivity.
This year's World Bees Day theme is Be Engaged, celebrating the diversity of bees and beekeeping system. Saparauti Jan Adam, Freedom Radio.
The Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment said uniformity of measurement is one of the major challenges in the current economic crisis facing the nation. The Northwest Coordinator, Alhaji Hauwa Adamu stated this during an event in celebration of the World Meteorology Day held today at the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment in Kano State. Hauwa Adamu also said it is their duty to continue to provide all the necessary requirement which ensures that measurements in trade transaction and other legal metrology activities be fair and accurate.
Kano being a commercial area, we have a good number of such users of weighing and measuring equipment, which we expect them to always abide by the weights and measures rules and regulation as being encompasses by the Weights and Measures Act 2004 W3 of Federal Republic of Nigeria. We do see a lot of things when we go out to the field for the performance of our statutory duty. Sometimes we see equipment that are accurate, some are not accurate. But at this juncture, I advise those that are doing it deliberately, that is, those that are tampering their equipment in the interest of personal gain, they should please stop doing that.
Correspondent Ibrahim Mansour Maazu reports that this year's theme is Metrology in the Digital Era, which highlights the opportunities brought by digital transformation. And on business, we have Abdulrahman Hamzin Medina with updates.
The Central Bank of Nigeria said that paper currency will soon be out of circulation, urging marketers to sign into the e-naira. The Delta State Branch Controller of CBN, Mr. Godwin Okafo, stated this today at the Population Bogonogo Market during the market sensitization on e-naira. He urged traders to key into the central bank's e-naira policy, which is effective, charges-free, and cannot be hacked unlike ATM and POS. In his remark, the Secretary of the State Government, Chief Patrick Uka, applauded CBN for the e-naira initiative. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, said yesterday that it has put all the necessary and required logistics in place that will make importers and clearing agents fair and unified and simplified charges based on the new Vehicle Identification Number, VIN, valuation system to be introduced by the service on Monday. Addressing stakeholders in Apapa Customs Command, the NSC Controller of Valuation, Comptroller Antonio Jens, said the new VIN valuation system considers all options, including accident vehicles and salvage vehicles, were all built in, even as uniformity in values from all the areas command has also been achieved by the service. Moving on to the price of commodities at Dawano Market in Kano, one bag of maize goes for 21,500 naira, guinea corn for 20,500 naira, millet straight for 22,500 naira. Abdulrahman Hamis Namadina, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, the International Monetary Fund has agreed to extend the duration of a crucial aid package to Somalia following a long-term overdue presidential election last weekend. The 3-year $400 million aid package from the IMF had been set to automatically expire on May 17th if a new administration was not in place by then, with multiple election delays adding to the heavily indebted country's turmoil. But last week, the IMF Executive Board accepted the Somali government's request for a 3-month extension until August 17th, giving newly elected President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud's government time to examine and endorse planned reforms. The IMF's mission chief for Somalia, Laura Jaramillo Meyer, said the extension will provide the time needed to confirm policy understandings with the new government and confirm financing assurances with development partners. And with this, we've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Have a wonderful evening.
This is Freedom.